here is that when people are negative or have maybe a bit more negative view on what they have to do to be able to be visible in the community, it may turn other people off to just putting themselves out there. Anybody can make video content. You don't have to be entertaining. You don't have to make thumbnails. And you could just post your books on Insta. You can just take a video camera out. You can just go live and just start grading your books. The thing is, like, you don't need to do it with an audience of 210 people. Screw that. Like, it's just about participating in the community. That's like one of the best parts of comics is you can befriend people who also have a love for this medium, and they can become some of your best friends because like that's what the relationship is about. And it doesn't matter what religion they are, what politics they like, how they lean. I have all kinds of friends that outside of comics I may never would have connected with. And I think there's a lot of people who can share that same sentiments. I don't want to make it seem like if you can't make a video, you can't edit a video, then you shouldn't do it. And ridiculing people for doing that. Like just participate, post, talk about comics. This medium will die if we do not post about comic books. That's how that goes. We got to post it. The publishers aren't doing it. The LCS owners are way too busy, and there's less comics coming out every single month. So let's just all help with the marketing of this by talking and participating in the community now that we have social media.
Haters gonna hate, 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 hate.
Butts.
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill. We're bringing back the chill this week. Thank you to Beckerman for filling in last week. I was out with dinner with my wife, and it was not something that I was going to be able to get out of. Or I really wanted to get out of. So thank you to Beckerman for filling in and having a good time there with the bit. It would have been funny if more people would have jumped on and tried and talked about something else and got kicked out. But thank you to Legion and Bleeker for understanding the assignment and getting it done. Funny stuff last week. But I am back. Link is in the chat. We'll see who wants to join. We got this guy, Darth Lopez. Are you here for battle content, sir?
No, sir. I'm here to give you a verbal act of kindness.
No, here we are with this. Okay. Chat, tell me,
because it came
does this make any sense? Tony, does this make any sense? All right, we all know the term act of kindness.
Right? Hold on. I got too much to do.
What? We all know the act of kindness. One of the early things I learned about when I joined this community, which is awesome. You send somebody something cool out of nowhere, they didn't expect it, they find it in their mailbox. Wow, act of kindness. Now, Darth wants to flip the script, and he wants to call a shout-out a vocal act of kindness.
Verbal, sir.
Verbal, sorry.
Yeah,
verbal.
A shout-out is different. A shout-out is a shout-out. This is a verbal act of kindness to you, Mr. Marcus. The most underrated, underappreciated.
That's it?
Do it on YouTube. Yeah, just thank you for being Marcus, aka Circumstance.
Well, thank you for being you, Darth, and navigating your political
whoa.
Well,
multiverse.
At least you don't have to pay postage, on that.
Right.
I mean,
it's worth more than a comic book. It's worth more than a comic book. This is a verbal act of kindness. Trademark.
I just feel like you call out a shout out or, saying something like Evil says act of kindness does not translate to verbal. That's just being kind. And I have to agree with Evil here. I don't think it works, brother. I think you just got to call it a shout out.
Yeah,
Evil has turned on me, I see. That's fine.
See how this guy is.
Yeah, I have no friends. I have no friends in the community.
Everything's about loyalty and alliances.
And respect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are we doing this week? It is good to be back, guys. I posted an Instagram reel very late because I forgot I should do that. But I did Captain America 4. I'm excited. I know we've had a ton of rewrites. but I got my fingers crossed that we get some cool stuff out of this. What are you guys? Are you guys excited at all? Am I alone on this?
I don't know. I mean, I think you said you're worried about the rewrites because it's, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch it. I want to see it either way. So,
Are you going to the theater to see it?
I probably my wife is like into the Marvel movies, so we'll go. It'll be a date night. You know what I'm saying?
All right. See that my wife is not so much into them, but I got the movie crew. Beckerman is a part of it. We go see all the Marvel movies, and I guess we're gonna go see the DC movies now too, though. So we got
I guess, huh? Yeah.
So I need more superhero movies, man, to go to.
Is that Captain America 4?
Yeah, with the Red Hulk. But let me get
yeah.
to the chat here. I've been ignoring the chat. I'm sorry, guys. We had Las Rusas in here early as usual. Shout out to the homie that's everywhere. GT Key Comic. What up, my man? Thanks for coming through. Of course, the homie Darth.
I don't know what that guy is.
We got P2, aka Phil's Treehouse. That's the homie Phil. Good to see you, my man. Always appreciate you coming through. We got my man Rodney who came in and said, "What up? What up, Rodney?" The man behind the CBC Awards, Brian LCS. What up, homie? Are we fucking or are we chilling? I don't know. That remains to be seen. It's chill if we FOC, but if all we do is chill and we miss FOC, then it'll be hard to go back and find all those hot books we missed for cheap on the aftermarket. Every pat has its consequences. And that's why, whether we get to the FOC or not, I recommend you head over to Previews World or Midtown. I hear that's another great site where you can go through the FOC on your own at your own leisure, and I highly recommend it. But maybe today's the day we get to it. You never know. Things are always available. We got, go Lions. I saw Brian choosing the Lions instead of the Chiefs, which hurts.
Buffalo.
I want the Lions. As a Patriots fan, I want the Kansas City to just go away.
I got a little parlay. I got a little parlay, and if you're in my Discord, you can see my parlay. And that parlay includes the Broncos beating the Bills in the first round of the playoffs. Vinny, it also has the Commanders winning.
I take my verbal act of kindness back.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I've been with Marcus in Discord and stuff like that, and I think he loses more than he wins. So I think you're gonna
absolutely.
I think this parlay is going to go
away. It's not true at all. I can show you the ledgers, folks.
Absolutely, he does.
I can show you the ledgers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not showing you anything.
He's always mad. He's always mad.
Haters gonna hate.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just all I got to say to that.
Anyway, fans is coming. That run is coming to an end, and you know it. And I.
Hey, do you see what I picked up this week?
What did you pick up? Oh. What is that art?
I don't know. You control it. You tell me.
What do you mean?
Here you go.
What do you mean?
Shout out to it's a Roac print. The guy who made all these.
Oh yeah.
The original you can buy the painting for $1,500, but it's cheaper just to buy the print. There you go. I think looks
$1,500. That's pocket change for a man like you. That looks dope. Yeah. I like it.
Too bad none of my pants have pockets.
Right.
We got Evil Mike in the house. What up, Evil? Good to see you, my man.
What to do?
Does not believe my verbal act of kindness. Thank you.
Yeah, let's tell. Do you have any? Did you want to say anything about the silliness of verbal acts of kindness, or did you want to leave that one alone?
Pretty cool.
I mean, by definition, that's just a compliment. I mean, or you're just being kind. An act of kindness is like an actual act,
which is me saying that Marcus is underappreciated.
I mean, talking normally isn't considered an act. Like Especially nowadays, most talk is empty, so you don't want that attached to your act of kindness. That's why it's usually general, like a material thing that comes with the act
Talk
of
is
kindness.
cheap, he says. What up to my flavored whiskey brother, 80s guy?
I'm just
Talk
saying.
is cheap out here.
I mean, we do live in a world where you can't trust the news nowadays. I mean, there's so much fake this and fake that.
We live in a world where the reality is whatever you want
Why
it to
why
be.
am I big?
Because you're the man. How you doing? Okay, all
I
right,
don't know.
calm down.
No, I was doing the man thing. I was like, yeah, but
Doing the man.
What up, Dan? Blue Hellion. Good to see you, my man. Thanks for coming through. Happy Tuesday night to you. Happy New Year to you.
David,
it's me.
Simon.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
anybody watching Skeleton Crew?
I have not watched the most current episode, but I've watched all the other ones, and I love it. But it's a more simplistic Star Wars show compared to. I mean, there's not really lore that goes into this. There's not really.
It's just
This
having
is
fun.
Yeah, this is the Ewoks movie, just minus the Ewoks. This is just something you can throw, like, you know, a friend that isn't into Star Wars yet, and you can be like, "Hey, this is Star Wars. Watch this," and it's great.
I haven't watched any of them. So what's the premises on this? What is it?
This, I
Oh,
mean,
man.
without going to too much into spoilers,
What up,
this is
David?
just a show that's about these kids that are on a planet. They show you kind of the structure of how they're set up and stuff like that, but eventually they stumble upon a ship, and due to accident, the ship jumps straight into hyperspace, and they lose the planet. They don't know how to get back home. So straight off the bat, the ship does take them somewhere, and they end up finding someone that'll take them back home. But there's a lot of stuff that is seen and done.
So why? So in the whatever trailer, I guess the guy is supposed to be a Jedi or something, and
Force sensitive, I think.
Yeah, because where I'm at, I mean, you could call him a lot of things. Technically, because we still don't know. There's a lot of like mystery about his character. Where I'm at, the new episode might reveal more. Um, but from where I'm at, he's force sensitive. Like he can use the force, and he uses it sparingly. But I wouldn't really call him a Jedi or a Sith. He's really just a pirate that has learn these tips. Maybe he was in Jedi training, and we're looking at an outcast or something.
so he's a very sensitive
Yeah.
person who's a pirate.
No, he's
He
force sensitive. He can use the
he can
force.
use the force. That's what that means. Force
Right.
sensitive.
Yeah, so I forgot all about it, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty good. It's fun.
I love the show.
It's entertaining. I like all the
Good
acting.
acting. The sets are great. The cinematography is just as pretty as other Star Wars. I mean, I would say it's a little hard at first, and I agree with a lot of people on this. The kids are at a very young age, and you're following them as main characters. So for a little bit, it's hard to, connect and everything. Just push past the first episode. First episodes are always like set up, build up. But I mean, I will say that the first episode is real hard to kind of connect with these characters because they're so young. But as the show goes, I mean, it explores. But that character specifically, the Jude Law's character, he's more just like a pirate. He's somebody that they run into that he tells them that he can take him back home, but it's more that's where the show is, the mystery of the show.
Yeah, of who he is.
So is this show more of a kid show then to get people?
No. This is, I mean, this is, I would say, family friendly. I mean, it does have some tense, maybe moments that depending on the person, I mean, grown-ups could be weird. But I mean, this is family friendly. I would call this like PG at best, but because it really doesn't have like excessive violence. There's no blood as far as I've seen. There's killing, but it's Star Wars killing with blasters and pew pew. You might see some smoke, versus blood. But No, it's I mean, there's some tense moments because it's some kids dealing with so what happened to Dart? With some tense situations. I mean, they're dealing with pirates, and we're not talking about kid friendly. We're talking about pirates in the real sense of
Right,
things.
right.
So I
Yeah.
mean, that I would say the tense moments come
What up, dog?
from like backstabbery and stuff like that.
Yep, he's back.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, right.
No, but I agree with Evo. I think it's enjoyable. I think this is good Star Wars, man. And it's been a while for me since we have
I mean,
something
it's
enjoyable.
and don't take me verbatim by saying oh, it doesn't have Star Wars lore and stuff like it does. Like it's already connected some extreme Star Wars stuff. It connected
Right.
Michael Jackson Star Wars, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so it does have like your typical Star Wars stuff, like X-wings, stuff like that. So I mean, it's Star Wars recognizable, but it's not really about the Jedi or the Sith or the Republic or the. No, it's just these. It's set in the Star Wars universe, and it's its own. Like, I want to say where the show goes. It has connections, but as far as where it starts out, it's just its own adventure.
Right.
All right. So,
Its own story. It's
yeah.
its
So
own story
basically,
within Star Wars.
the kids are just lost in space, and they got a pirate to come home. But what else is there? I mean, you said there's the X-wing, whatever. Are they chasing them? Or
Okay,
what?
okay, so huge spoilers. The planet they're from is technically like a secret planet. It looks like something that like either Republic or Palpatine was doing. If you know the whole story, he was already working on all the. I mean, that's the Mandalorian in a nutshell. They were about to experiment on Grogu. So they have these secret planets. As this is as the show goes. This isn't first episode stuff. So as the show goes, like first episode, there's stuff that hints that this is kind of secret stuff because the kids produce some money that has not been seen in a long time, and that kind of spurs the whole like pirates chasing them because the money that they have is extremely wealthy because it's so old. And that's part of why the pirate that is appearing to help them is helping them because he's trying to make it back to the secret planet that has untold riches kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's an Alibaba kind of thing.
Okay.
What up, Batty?
I mean,
Fatty
there's more to it
Batty.
than there's more to it
I
than
think
just being lost in
it's
space.
higher. It's the right before they go to the New Order, whatever it was called. Could be like a place where they're storing their money at. Because they seem to be cut off from the rest of the galaxy, right? Because they didn't even know about the war.
Yeah, because we do. It's not just this one planet we find because they do make it to another planet that's a part of these, that's hidden, and we don't really know the reason why they're hiding. I mean, there is a structure inside these planets. They were doing stuff. They had jobs. Like the people living on the planet did not know it was secret. I mean,
yeah.
The kids, the money that the kids produce that everybody's freaking out about, it was their lunch money in the first episode.
Yeah.
Like it
good.
was literally.
I would recommend it for anybody to watch. If you like Star
It's really
Wars,
good.
yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. It's fun. And I know Star Wars hasn't been
I
fun
haven't
as well.
watched any of the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff.
I have.
Mandalorian's the only thing I've watched. The rest of it, I never
liked
get
all.
around to it.
As a Star Wars fan, not like a super. I'm pretty sure AR is on a note because he's read all the books, and I stopped with the books after they killed the canon on those. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do that again. I mean, because what's then from doing it again? I'm like, nope, I'm not wasting money and time. I mean, you're talking about most books are 30, 40 hours a piece. Like, hell no. Okay, so as far as this, I watch everything. I go to all the movies and stuff. I play the games. I do all that with Star Wars. But okay, so my only complaint with the shows is the hiccups with continuity. And I'm looking at the Acolyte and Obi-Wan, like I had, and there's small issues. Like I like the Acolyte. It was okay. I watched the whole thing. But it did have major flaws. Like you're talking about out of the Star Wars shows, it was one of the worst because it had these flaws inside the show. And you're talking about just trying to set up the Jedi to look like these horrible people, because they were setting up this whole, they train the Jedi at children aged. I mean, and there's some really foreign things in some of these shows. In Obi-Wan, they were trying to set up that it was kind of common knowledge that a lot of people knew about Vader being, Anakin, which, I mean, everything that said before said it was kind of a big secret, I mean, even from his own damn son.
Yeah. It was just what Tarkin figured it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of people that knew who he was. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's been hit or miss for me. I like the Acolyte. I was heavily invested because Darth Plagueis is my favorite character, and that show just wasn't executed well. I'm not gonna sit here and bash it. I could take bits and pieces of it, and I'm good with it. But overall, it was really bad. But
I really like the villain in that, and I kind of hope we see
right. Well,
progression of that.
yeah, AR was saying today that they might do, and I didn't know about it, and I'd be excited for it, like a novel or comics, like pushing that Acolyte storyline forward. If they did that, I'd be all in. I would have liked for it to get a season 2 just to see what she would have done, but I'm kind of glad it didn't. So maybe they would.
Okay, so that part of the story I didn't mind. I actually liked, because honestly, watching the show, they got me with a couple twists, and I'm actually one of those TV watchers and movie watchers where I can pretty much guess, what's gonna happen next. Some stuff is pretty predictable, but like I want to say a couple times in the Alkalike, they did pull some, way left turn thing because the way the show started out, I thought they were. I mean, especially the way if you watch the trailer, it seems like it's going to be cut and dry this way, and you get into about I don't remember what it was, the second episode, and they kind of flipped the script
Oh,
because the show starts out and like they make it seem like it's this one girl that's just gone crazy, and then it moves forward and you find out it's like a twin sister thing, one good, one evil, and they kind of flip the script like halfway again, where they flip those roles. They make the good one go bad and the bad one go good.
right.
I don't know.
Are you
Yeah.
coming to say bad things about Disney Plus here, Mark?
Why else would I be here?
Yeah.
Especially on the Alkalite. No, Alkalite had major flaws, especially in all those shows. Like,
But let's not even go there with the budget. Like it's almost disrespectful.
It's
What up,
money
dude?
laundering.
Budget had over whatever it was, and we got one.
I don't even know about. I know there's a bunch of shows that are on some skeptical.
Yeah, but hey, Marcus knows it's past my bedtime. I just wanted to give. I got to reword it now. So I'm gonna go back to the drawing board with that. No, hell no. I'm gonna
Before you go, I saw you were in on the Mark Spears hype. You got one from Lisa? Is that what happened?
Yeah, because that's the one that he just did not order for me. I wanted 3 copies of it, and he just completely forgot.
They're printing.
No, is that the one that he wants nothing to do with because they didn't pay him? That's what somebody told us last night on JP's show.
The third.
Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't know.
It's the Return of the Living Dead one with the cemetery one on the cover.
Yeah, it's still mine.
That's a different publisher altogether.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
They're bad.
That one. Yeah, that one.
This is American Mythology Productions that did that. This is Keen Spot.
Correct.
That owes Mark Spears their literal business.
Yeah.
No, but it's not. They're not accusing Keen Spot. They were accusing the other one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's good with Keen Spot. Like like he just saved that entire company, made that company.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know nothing about this one. I've never even seen this imprint until this came out.
So they do like the Fright Night books.
It's been around. Yeah, they did the Fright Night. Most of the Tom Holland stuff.
I've ever seen.
No, they're not.
They never keep their date. So like I pre-ordered the Fright Night books and other books, and I go to pick them up and they're not there. And my LCS owner told me, "Oh, they're bad. They don't even. They move the titles back without telling people. You know what I mean? So you pre-order books from
as far as a company, I don't even know.
Has everybody heard Mark Spears having problems with them not paying him? Has anybody heard that at all?
No. With the Living Dead one?
Yeah, I haven't confirmed it. Someone just said it in the chat last night.
I mean, you saw how
Yeah, he would-
Aftershock, it looked like they were doing good, didn't pay anybody. Like they had tons of creators, so it happens.
Yeah, disappeared, didn't they? Are they done?
Oh yeah, they're
Aftershock?
done, dude. They've been done. They went done and locked down countless creators' rights to their own projects and stuff inadvertently and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Dang, I didn't.
Oh, it
Because
happened.
it seemed like they were done, but then they were still releasing stuff, so it was like they were not done. But it's been a long time. You're right, since they
See, look, JB. Look at JB in the chat.
Yeah, I still owe him money.
Dang, the homie, man, come on.
Wow.
That sucks.
We need to start a movement, the Pay JB movement.
You want to?
They're just doing trades now.
Nah, he doesn't need the money.
I want to say that started like
Hey, wasn't he up for an award or something?
6 months
Justin's
ago.
up for a couple awards every year.
Yeah.
Best
Eisner,
letter.
Ringo Awards.
Yeah, the Ringo.
Yeah, JB's putting in the work, man.
There's
I
AR.
have to hop on,
business.
just because he's always on Fridays, but I'm always at work, and like I gotta hop on just say hi to the guy because I've said hi to you, so that's all.
Yeah, once is enough. I mean, if you say hi again, I won't be mad. But
yeah, there you go. Well, look, I just did it. Hi, so I just said that.
Well, you guys have a good show.
You too.
Gotta go to
Hey,
bed.
thanks for
All
coming.
right,
Have a
Jeff.
nice
Good night.
Yeah.
Good to see you, homie.
All right, bro. I see you in the morning.
All right.
Yep.
And since he's mentioned it, we'll sneak it in here. Let's get Discord out of here. And see what people think about this one.
What time I'm saying?
On here, I'm new to this. First time. This is the cover that he's talking about. I don't know if we're done with negative space, but that one is on FOC.
That's
this
definitely
week.
negative space.
Not a fan of this one.
I like his
I
skirt.
don't like how they did the head. Actually, the whole
Yeah,
thing
that.
Oh, I don't like any of it.
yeah, the whole thing looks weird.
I don't mind the body, but like even just the shape of the body makes him look like wider than he should be. But like the head just kind of like it looks so off.
I'm a
like
big
his
fan of
eyes.
the little thigh slivers. I'm glad we included
His
that.
thigh sliver.
Yeah, them is meaty.
Right.
Hey, don't knock meaty thighs, man.
Yeah, come on,
No,
man.
I'm praising them. All right, I
What's
like that
that?
better. I like that a lot better. It doesn't even make sense, and I like it.
It's like
I was gonna say,
Doom-
what is that?
Doom
He has a
Wolf?
dog?
How you now? That's that giant T-Rex thing. Remember the Halloween Comic Fest cover that?
Oh, is that it?
What else could it be? How many giant?
Like okay,
metal creatures
You,
does
yeah,
that
you're
have?
right. You're right. You're right.
Tell me it's
Doom's
wearing a
standing next
tunic.
to it.
Tell me it's wearing a
It just
tunic.
looks different.
Oh,
Yeah, I see the tail and
Fuck Marvel's trash.
imagination.
Hey
Oh,
man,
I don't like that.
I
like
can
that.
say that because it ain't just me saying it now. I hear it everywhere. Just came from Paul in the 619. Everyone's like, "Man, nothing's on my Marvel pool anymore." I mean, everyone's saying
I
it.
think I get two books at the most. I think.
I'm an indie guy, so I'm not here to defend him.
And
Yeah, I get Hulk and Ghost Rider because I'm a stooge. Hulk, I really enjoy.
Daredevil.
And Ghost Rider is solid right now too. But that's all I get. It seems like everyone that I talk to has like a couple of holdouts, because they really love the characters.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way.
Think Daredevil on all teams, something like that.
I guess we're doing the OFC part of the show now.
Okay, there we go. Some confirmation. I knew Lisa would
There
know.
we go.
So yeah, straight from the source. The dude last night said that Mark would not sign one of those books if you brought it to him.
Oh, okay.
It's that other
So now
company.
everybody's gonna try.
Because that'd be like the only way for him to get paid for his work on that cover at this point is if he charges for signatures.
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of shooting yourself in the
rude.
foot.
That's fucking rude, though.
You ain't screwing nobody over but yourself and your fans. You ain't hurting the company not signing them.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to encourage people to buy that particular book.
I would tell everyone that already bought it and brought it to my face, I didn't get paid for this cover.
So you think that's going to raise the price because of the controversy?
Oh man, Birch, it's hard out here in these
I
streets.
know, huh?
You can't even get paid for your work. That's crazy.
That's what happens
Work
when
is
companies
free.
go under.
Justin, were you freshly shaved when you took the job? If you weren't, they probably would have paid you up front. This man, when he doesn't shave,
Hey, he
he
lives
goes in public
free.
and people throw coins at him.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. Okay, I haven't really.
$150? That's crazy. That's an insult. They paid him
Paid whom?
150. Took them 3 months to pay that. That's crazy.
Spears? They paid Spears 150
That's
bucks.
what Lisa just said.
Shit.
I'm sure she's aware. She's
No,
got.
I'm not downing her. I'm just making sure I understand what the hell what I'm saying.
Can you imagine if you produced a piece of artwork like that for a company and it took them 3 months to pay you and they only gave you $150?
So you're trying to tell me? So
Dude,
you're trying to tell me?
A waitress a penny, like just
especially with Mark being such a heart artist, he's going to bring sales to your publishing. Like he's worth the money.
Wait, if y'all hit the shops tomorrow, check out the the DC Vampires book. He's got a crazy cover with Big Barda.
Yeah.
Miracle on it that comes out tomorrow. Crazy cover.
Oh, hold on, let's go look at it.
They're like up in you got like the cosmos behind them, and
it's a lot of blue. There's a lot of blue.
Yeah. Man, he's a master of manipulating these colors he works with.
Well, isn't it digital? He doesn't do it by hand, right? It's all digital, right?
I think he does a little bit of both. I don't know.
She said it was Deceased.
Yeah, no, DC versus Vampires. I sure wish Deceased would come back for another volume, but it's they told their complete story. It went out how it started on frickin' top. It was so good they had to make a ripoff called DC versus Vampires.
For Vampires.
I don't get it. I'll just read it in trade form after the fact.
Yeah, you talk about that. I mean, just the scale of difference from the two storylines. Like, yeah, man, I was so excited for DC versus Vampires after Deceased, and then I was like, what is this?
Look at that.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it looks. I want to say it looks a little both. Like I can see. I don't know. It's hard to tell on his art.
I didn't get it. I mean, I was looking at it. I don't buy everything.
I'll probably try to get it.
Mark Spears does it, but I know a lot of people are looking for his stuff. I think the cat's out of the bag kind of thing. Any of the big pops that he was going to get on his stuff was
I'm actually picking up a lot of his stuff just to have it. I don't sell it, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I get the covers that he's doing titles I'm on. Like when he did the Green Lantern connecting cover set for the most.
I picked that up, yeah.
Yeah, I got that because I love Green Lantern and I get the title.
Yeah, could you imagine getting a Mark Spears banger for $150?
That's
what I was about to say. Does that mean we can somehow get in contact with this dude and maybe for $150?
Accessible. He's super.
Who wouldn't buy that? What a steal.
It's crazy to think if he's at a con, like the idea of $150 like good remark. That sounds like something that sounds very acceptable, right? Like 150 for a good remark on something, and that's what he got for that whole cover.
At his level, yeah. And that's not a verbal act of kindness either. Super chat. That's just bribery, buddy.
No, super chat is no. Wait a minute. Hold on here.
That's bribery.
You're wrong there. Super chat is one because you're giving
in this case,
or give him a super chat. Which one is it?
That is.
Hold on. Let me explain because. If you're sending money attached to a kind message, that's bribery. Like you don't have to send the kind message with money. You just send a kind message.
Oh, I was going to say just send the money, but whatever.
Okay.
Hey, nobody needs a message. Just send the cash.
I think if you're sending cash or you're sending something with monetary value,
but if you don't send money with it, it's an A-OK. So which one is it?
The money I consider
should be the A-OK.
Yeah, the money I consider A-OK, but just a verbal act of kindness, that's just being
the words, just take the money.
I don't need your affirmation. Send me the cash. I got kids to feed.
What's up, everybody?
What's up,
Izzy? Hey, what up, Izzy? How you doing, man? Oh yeah. Hi.
Hey there.
It's been a while since I hanged out over here for a few minutes.
Well, it's been a while since I hung out here, so I guess even longer for you. How you doing, man?
It's cold.
Yeah, no shit.
New York.
Y'all got snow up there?
We got some flurries in this spot of town, but nothing crazy. You know?
I got a foot.
I can't.
I started shoveling my driveway yesterday, and I wanted to quit as soon as I started. I wanted to quit.
Look at that, baby.
That's cool. Who did that?
A friend of mine's got it done a while ago. So, Puerto Rico with a knife. You got to have one.
Hey.
Look what I just got. Where is it?
Izzy.
Yo. What's up?
Dang,
look at that.
Y'all some
Well,
thugs
the
out
funny is,
here with these knives.
This was sent to me 3 years ago. So subtract 3 years from Finn's age, and look what's sent with it. They sent
his own knife.
They sent Finn a switchblade, which I appreciate a lot.
I guess they're getting ready. I don't know.
Something
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Too soon.
Yeah, but that was
Captain Caveman.
Hey, there he is.
What up, Justin?
Captain Caveman.
I'm finally on a show. Hey, how you doing? Glad to meet you.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm only here so people can get an update on my hair and beard.
It's growing.
I thought you were going to show up to verbally act the kindness, Stan Sakai. I thought that's what was going on.
Where's my? I have to find my. I have a calendar around here somewhere.
I know. I remember. They gave it to you as a gift.
Your book from Matt. Well, no, not Matt. Josh. I'm sorry.
I get it from Josh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Did you read it yet?
No, I never had the chance to, but I'll be reading it.
Look at
tomorrow.
Ted in the back. I want one of those.
The Lucky Devil.
Do you think that's going to go anywhere?
It was hot in Comic-Con, so who knows?
I like that team. They did 8 Million Genies. I'm sure this book will have similar heart to it, so I'm assuming I'll like it as well.
Well, that's a great cover.
Classic, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to message you. I got an idea.
Oh, there you go.
Is there more than 2 companies that owe you money, Justin?
That sucks.
Can we talk about the company that does, since they don't exist anymore?
I didn't read this, but you guys know there's a special artist. There's a guest artist.
I don't think special is the right word for it. Have you flipped through it?
I looked through it briefly.
Or maybe special is the right word for it.
It is.
His name Ed? What?
I read that the other day, and it's a different artist, but it seems perfectly fine and consistent until you get the shots of Batman, and you're like, "Yo, this guy's channeling JR." Yeah, and it's not. That's not even an accurate description. It's just very special.
Blow that sucker up, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Dude, that's a huge cape. How does he walk around with that without tripping over himself?
Look at that.
That's Batman as fuck right there.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with his ears? Wait a minute. Hold on. What's wrong with his ears?
What's farther in?
I guess he's trying to do the whole original Batman.
No, so it's a flashback sequence in the book to when he kind of first starts putting on the suit before he beefs up with the weights and everything. He actually wears fangs that he can bite people and give them paralysis and this and that. And
wait a minute. Didn't Pope do the same thing about Batman in the future?
Here's look at that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be him swinging through the air, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's JR.
Yeah.
That's not JR.
That's definitely not.
That's not JR. That's
This is someone named Walter.
This is I'll tell you who it is.
Walter.
I didn't say it was
Gabriel Hernandez Walter.
Yeah.
He's saying it's in that style.
That style, though.
So when I heard about it, I read about this on Monday, which was yesterday, and I went, "Really? 4 issues in, and you can't you need another artist within 4 issues?"
Well, didn't they have dilemmas before all these releasings? Didn't they lose the original pages to Superman, and they had to go back and redo them?
I don't know.
Justin, how many companies owe you money? We're going back to my question now.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
It's got to be plenty with that hair.
Yeah, why are we hair shaming Justin?
I think your hair looks great. I'm jealous.
I'm jealous. I don't have the hair.
I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say 2.
Okay. Only the 2.
2 company? What 2 company?
Okay.
Can you name one of the companies without saying Aftershock for us?
Does it start with the M? Does it start with the M?
No,
Well,
no, don't do that.
Is Aftershock still a
I
thing?
think it starts with an I.
Don't start with.
Oh, that's good to hear. That would be very ironic if that company
An S.
owed someone money.
Starts with
You can't start eliminating people because then you're going to have to skip.
Yeah, so let's go. It's at Marvel.
No, hold on.
Is it
Time
DC?
Oh,
out.
he's just
Time
out
out.
saying names.
Is it Vertical? Is it Black Label?
Is it Sumerian?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is it
that we
Epic?
went back to questions now. All right,
Izzy,
my
check
bad.
your messages.
I'll
look at it right now.
Okay.
It's a heavy metal.
Heavy Metal, man. That's a classic.
Well, I mean, most of these went out. I mean, we lost a bunch. You see that? Yeah, man.
See, you scared him away. I knew that was going to happen.
Damn it.
You got photo? I didn't say anything.
Good to see you, Justin. Thanks for coming through, man.
I
I thought you
injured
were
us.
personally.
Oh, Lisa's got to go on Scout.
Now I don't have to go on Rob's channel because that was the only reason why I wanted to go on there to be with him and
To be with him.
to be with him.
I want to be with you.
All right. Anything else, man? Hey, happy New Year to everybody, man.
Happy
It's
New Year.
House 2025 going. So we're buying Greenland. We're invading one of the two.
And we're changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico.
And we're adding Canada.
What are we calling it?
That whole country is going to be a state. That whole country is going to be a state. That's that.
Things are popping in 2020.
Isn't like 90% of the country just ice wall?
It probably is, but still.
Most of the population map, and it only stretches across the border.
So we're buying ice. We're just buying ice. There you
It's
go.
what we're doing, okay?
Yeah.
All right, this is what we're doing.
We do need ice.
Fresh water shortage, so we're trying to get as much as we can while we can.
Jumping on the boat.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Is anybody's books coming in this week? I haven't checked to see if mine are going to be delayed again. They've been delayed for like 4 straight weeks now.
Well,
You got
I think
Diamond?
you already know the answer from mine. So
Yeah, obviously you just got yours.
yeah, my
What's not
CGC is still delayed.
Yeah.
If
They're gonna
that
delay
helps.
it so they can hit you with the higher prices.
Yeah, they changed prices now.
That company's going under. I'm calling it.
Yeah,
I think I think that company is getting like like when these big investment firms come in and buy out a company and then they just ravage the company and
You think that's
they're doing that in the CGC, actively doing it. They did the layoffs, they did the restructuring. Now they're doing the price hike, and probably about 2 years from now, they're all just going to be sitting fat from where they bought a company and ravaged it. And
I don't know. It's hard to say. Look at GameStop. They went like bankrupt how many times, and they're still going. I mean, they're getting close.
Yeah,
they got called out. The guy who was working there saw the pattern, saw what they were doing, and called him out. So there's an active fight back and pushback against the stock dropping, which has really, really put those guys in a bad situation. Those investors that went in and bought it on a low, thinking that they were going to run it up, then just scalp the company. So they're stuck holding on right now because they sell right now, they lose millions and millions.
Yeah.
So are you telling me all my CBCS books slabs are going to be worth more now than?
No, I think that PSA is very
PSA,
aware of what's happening to CGC because they run a business, and this practice is done over and over again all throughout the country. And I think PSA saw it was BlackRock that bought CGC, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it was.
That's literally the company famous for doing it.
That's what they're
Like, we
known
know
for.
about this practice because of BlackRock. They're the ones that bought CGC. So PSA said, "Yo, they're taking out the competitor. If we just start now, 2 years from now, the only people we'll be competing against is CBCS. It's just Beckett and PSA. It's the top 2 card companies are about to be the top 2 comic companies. It's one of them will eventually buy out CGC for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
but they keep the label.
I wonder how long it will take for the CGC brand to really crack, though, because still, even now, you see they're worth more over on average.
Well, it isn't going to crack and break because of the consumers. It'll be happening on the other end. So they're going to run the company to trash.
So you're looking at an internal.
But the break is consumers paying more for CGC slabs as opposed to other slabs. So that is part of the equation for sure.
Yeah, but I'm saying
has created. Yeah, they dominated the market. Let's be honest. They got in, they dominated the market, they took control. Anybody that comes in afterwards just second fiddle to them, regardless of the quality.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason why it would take time for it to happen.
Yeah.
It gives them more of a leeway to run the company to trash.
Yeah,
we know people that put up with wait times of 6 months to a year, but when you topple wait times with 6 months to a year with bad quality control, bad products, you got the whole banana thing happening with the books bending. You have the Newton rings that they claim they fixed, but now books shaking it. Their quality of product is going down. People complain about it, but then the books are bending. Then the wait times are getting bigger. They're laying people off. These things over time are going to build up. We're not seeing a trend of CGC getting better since BlackRock took over. We're seeing compounding problems. So it's just a matter of time till the market, like Marcus mentioned, hits its natural tipping point. We saw the market shift to CBCS the last time CGC just had extended wait times. Yeah. CBCS dropped the ball. They weren't ready for that influx of customers. It was so hard and so fast that people shifted to CBCS that they actually had to go move their operations to somewhere else, and it pushed their wait times and everything. They lost some books in the process, and people were mad with them. But people literally jumped from CGC to CBCS, but they just couldn't hold it. Yeah. So I think they're ready for or more prepared for the next opportunity when the market, which showed will do it, does it again.
But how did the company who had a majority of the market screw up so bad?
They didn't. They did so well that they were able to sell their entire company off.
Yeah. They cashed out, and the people who bought it are going to cash out for themselves. Yeah. That's what's happening.
Because BlackRock's goal is to make money. So they bought this company, and now they're going to end up ravaging it and selling it for a profit because they bought it with debt. That's how they do this stuff. They bought it with non-taxable debt.
They need Ryan Reynolds to buy it.
There you go.
That's what Ryan Reynolds does. He buys companies and then resells them. He's been doing that for years.
Yeah. Any thoughts about Captain America, Mark?
I'm excited for it. Talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Anthony Mackie fan, dude. I'm cut the check, homie. I think the movie's going to be dog shit. They done reworked it and screwed these guys over so much, and I don't give a shit. My expectations are show me the Falcon flying as Captain America, throwing the shit out of that shield, and I'll be happy. That's all it's going to take. Kind of like Craven. I knew it was going to be a bad movie, and I had a blast watching it because I went in with the right expectations. I think this movie is going to be so fun.
So being that you saw Craven, is it Venom level bad, or is it Madam Web level bad?
No, it's Venom. It's Venom branding all day, every day.
Yeah.
Matt, I have never seen a movie as bad as Madam Web other than Madam Web because it didn't think it was as bad as
because it's boring. It was just straight up boring.
Well,
movie.
It's a lot of things and none of it positive.
Yeah.
No, you won't see a boring bad movie.
Sweeney in a turtleneck for the movie. There's nothing redeemable.
That's
go watch the Crow remake. That was a boring bad movie. Like you're talking about 45 minutes of the movie. They're just sitting there talking in the asylum and stuff.
Alice Skarsgård has got to have the worst agent. Because
I don't know. He just he's going to get some
bad movies
for Nosferatu though. He did it, Nosferatu. He's got some good stuff under his belt.
Well, he was also in John Wick 4, which was pretty cool. His character
he's made the commentary after Nosferatu that put him in a bad headspace kind of thing, and like he was stating that he doesn't want to do a prosthetic-y character anymore.
I just read your message.
He's unrecognizable.
Prosthetic.
He's got the prosthetics and he has the voice tricks. Nosferatu, he takes it even up a level with what he does with his voice and stuff. Dude, it was so good. It was chilling.
Yeah, I may have to check that one out. I haven't even heard of that one.
What?
I like the Skarsgård brothers though.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of Nosferatu?
No, Nosferatu, the actor.
Not what you guys are talking about. No.
Yeah, Nosferatu. I don't think it had a lot of marketing behind it. The people that knew about it, no, trust me. The people that knew about it. but it wasn't like out in the ether saying, "Hey, you guys see Nosferatu? You guys see
Yeah, I don't think it's a
Shit,
high budget film.
on cable TV, it's like, you know, it was like a trailer they were showing a bunch.
Izzy, you know what I mean by that shot?
No, but it is a like art film, you know. It's not.
Yeah.
But okay, if you got a photo of something with,
I'm
with
sending you
something
one.
yeah, that gives me a good idea.
I just sent it.
Yeah, that's exactly the one I was thinking.
Yeah, but obviously not that version. The version from the book.
So you want
another Mark Spears on FOC?
Yep. Oh, look at Mr. Mind! Holy smokes, that's awesome.
So I did my spotlight yesterday on Mark Spears, and I was looking through his history and like kind of like where he came from. So he's a fine artist. So he does a lot of like basketball paintings and things like that. So that's kind of where he gained his popularity from originally. Then he was hired by Todd McFarlane, and he did some Spawn books. Yeah, I said McFarlane.
I love you, dude.
He was hired by Todd McFarlane, and that's kind of where he broke into the business. And he's gonna do Spawn 77.
Spawn 77.
Did he say why, Lisa?
Spawn 77.
Yep.
What the hell is Spawn 77?
So Spawn 77, the reason why it's 77 is because when Todd created Spawn, he actually created him as a kid.
It's like Spawn 1977. 1977. We're going back to 1977 to this
so this version of Spawn
of the suit.
This version of Spawn is actually going to be based off of the version of Spawn he created when he was a kid.
It was like the rough sketch doodle on a paper, the first concept he had for him. The suit looks a little bit different, not as tight, not symbiotic.
Yeah. So it was more like a superhero look.
So when you hear that Mark Spears is doing Spawn, it's actually going to be Spawn 77.
Yes.
Yeah, he's done a lot of Spawn covers already.
He's done some really good Spawn covers.
Yeah.
And they're not they're not expensive at all. They're still like dollar bin books. So people don't know about that. And people are going back collecting all his books and stuff because they just want to see, his stuff. So
gotcha. Bug looks cool, man.
Yeah, his Shazam is great. And they're getting better because now he understands so one of the things that was happening with his art style is that if you look at his older stuff, there's a lot of heavy blues and greens, where now you're starting to see more of the colors the way they were originally intended. It was because he was doing the art through RGB, through light on his tablet, and they weren't translating properly in print, which is a weird thing to say because I'm like, shouldn't you know that already? So
I like that.
You don't know till you know.
It kind of goes hard, don't it?
Yeah. But that would suggest that he's self-taught to me, if he didn't know that. Because
he has a great interview with Robbie. Apparently, they've known each other for a very long time. I think he's from Alabama, right? So
yeah, he's from Alabama. So if you look at a lot of his work, it's from like the Alabama college teams that are out there.
He said drop the link for his first cover in the chat, by the way.
Is that a 125, 110? What is that?
It's Red Hulk.
Oh, that's just a regular cover.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh no, it's an exclusive. It looks like PX exclusive. What does that mean? I never know what that means. PX exclusive. Is that like a?
That's a
no PX.
That's PX is a comic company.
No, it's previews.
Yeah, previews. They do the
previews. So usually PX. Yeah, they do these during New Comic Book Day. Well, not New Comic Book Day, during Free Comic Book Day. So maybe it's a PX exclusive. So it's previews.
They usually have like the Funko Pops with like exclusive variants that are PX exclusives. Yeah. They have a couple comics, like, but Izzy's right. It's usually on either or on the Halloween days, or it's on. They do it during the free events. And you get them in your comic store.
Is this thing going to become a collector's item? Mark Spears' first cover.
That's his first cover.
Yeah, that's the one that Lisa sent. Yeah.
No, maybe the Vampirella. He did a Vampirella. Not that one that we see down there, but
what is that?
Maybe I didn't get the link right here. Hold on. No,
Vampirella Mind Warp issue 2. That's the book. I think it's Ultimate or 616.
Oh, I have that, and I know I don't have no damn Mark Spears cover.
Yeah, there you go. See right there, Mark Spears. There it is.
She says it's that magazine is his first paid cover.
Yeah, it's but the comic
it's first
book
published.
First published work. His comic book is Vampirella. This guy's selling it for $150. Wow.
Is he selling both covers?
Looks like it.
Yeah, he's selling a set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the white, not the other.
Yeah,
dang it.
That's cool. It don't look $150 cool to me.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's
as
valuable as that. Let's see.
Well, I've been talking about his books every week on the trending list with JP, and it's getting crazy how it continues. Like you think it's gonna fall off, and then boom, and there it is again. That that Monsters #1 first print. Those numbers, it's like that's insane. I don't understand.
But you gotta get the Kickstarters.
You Kickstarters, don't. Those are even more, but the direct market
are like going for 900, 1,000 because they.
But it's crazy to see direct market covers of new books spike like they did. The Kickstarter thing I get because of limitedness, but open order direct market's crazy.
Yeah, but
especially from such a small publisher, just to see it sustain like it has been very surprising to me.
Came out of left field.
Yeah. Well, Lisa's still here, and she kickstarts a lot. Like, I wonder if she knows of any of her other Kickstarter projects she's backed that have popped like that.
Yeah, he had the cards first.
Like, just an indie like this to blow up like it has. Like, it's crazy the like how much he's going for right now.
I had no clue about the value of them or anything, but I ordered them, the direct market ones, just because of the Universal Monster stuff, because I'm a fan of that stuff. And I had no clue that they were even valuable till about close to the second issue coming out before I saw people like all the content and people talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like insane, these prices that we're seeing, especially on its, I don't know, second month on these lists. It's like Christmas went by and it's still going. So
it's going,
I'm impressed with it. I'm excited for it.
I'm very impressed by it. I think it's hit its peak. Until
be careful about saying
I think it's hit its peak. You know why? Because people know his name already.
Well, I think that's going to run the monster stuff up because the other stuff isn't going to spike. The others, he's had plenty of covers before, during, and after the monster stuff, and it's not popping. It's just the monster stuff that's really doing that.
And I think one thing that's going to help him is that he's been jumping into comic book YouTube a little bit too. He was on with Robbie with a great interview. I saw him hanging out with Beyond Wednesday.
He was on Haven's Comics a couple months ago.
He was on Renovision.
Yeah, I think that stuff like that can only help him. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm careful on betting against him when we talk about his books.
I wouldn't bet
because it keeps going.
Yeah.
Like
what I'm saying is it's peaked to the point that anything that comes out afterwards, it's not gonna be as sought after.
No. People know of it. Yeah, it's getting those pre-order numbers up now.
Yeah. So the older stuff, I think it's the stuff that people still don't know about that's out there in the ether. So the Spawns, those are the ones that people, because go look his King Spawn cover, and you'll see it, you'll know it's him. But when you see
that Lobo cover he did for Action Comics,
that
back in the way that when they started the Kneel Before Zod series like a year ago, he had a cover for that, and that's when I found out or first heard of his art was when he
John
did
Stewart,
those DC Ratio covers and stuff early on. before Absolute Power, because I don't do the Spawn and all that.
Yeah. So he did he did one of King Spawn. He did a gunslinger that features.
Did he have a Rat City cover or something?
He did a Rat City cover. He did a Spawn cover as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4.
I have
four
those
books
covers
out
actually. Yeah,
there's
they're
4
nice.
books out there, and it's him, and you can see his progression too. In the style, he's getting better.
Man. I'm excited for him. I hope he continues to be a hot. Maybe he's the new cover guy. The new.
Maybe.
He's definitely the it guy right now. There ain't no question about it. He took 2024 as Artist of the Year, in my opinion, and he did it in a month and a half.
That's what I call it.
The tail end.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean, how could you argue?
He definitely. I called it cover artist of the year because the monsters are also his interiors. So that's another thing. He does interiors. So you give him a DC or Marvel book, probably is going to be a DC book. You give him a DC book to do interiors for, forget about it.
Yeah, especially one of those DC. Maybe
they
another.
just
give him
just restarted Vertigo,
like or something cosmic would be really cool.
I would say give him something on the same level of a Kingdom Come or something like that. Not not a Kingdom Come story, but on the same level.
They just restarted Vertigo.
I would be cool seeing him do something that involved the Green Lanterns or something. We see how good he is with colors and stuff, and getting characters in space just gives them a lot of room to go wild. Oh, Justice League Dark would be good.
Justice League Dark.
All the magic users and stuff.
Yes.
I'm thinking all the effects that he can really play with.
I'm going back to Batwoman when they were doing the magical side with her and J.H. Williams art during that. That's kind of what I'm picturing, like or Swamp Thing. Bro, could you imagine Mark Spears?
We're due for another Swamp Thing title. We're overdue.
Yes, we are.
He's a huge 80s animation fan too, so he loves Silverhawks, Thundercats. So that's why you see he has, when Silverhawks comes out, there's going to be a lot of Mark Spears Silverhawks covers.
Did y'all see the Miko cover?
The Miko cover was Silverhawks?
Mm-hmm. That's just pretty nice.
I'm sure I saw it. I just don't remember it. Because all I remember is the Mark Spears cover with the villain. I forget the villain of Silverhawk. I remember what he looks like, but it's the villain.
That's Silverhawks
3 is Mark Spears.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a little peek at it. I'm assuming that's a big time collectibles.
The Miko is. I don't know about number 3. All right, well, I'm about to hop off here and go to beds, guys. I hope y'all have a good one.
Well, before you do, I was getting ready to set you up anyway. So go ahead and promote your stuff, my man, before you get out of here. What do you got going on?
The usual stuff, just some fun videos throughout the week, but 3 streams a week. Every Friday morning is the open community hangout. Tuesdays at 2:00 is new DC day. Come by, hang out, catch up on DC, and win some new free books. And Sunday nights is at week's end, where you can review all the books from the week, talk spoilers on movie shows and more. And it's January, and I'm celebrating all things aquatic this month with the return of the one true king, Aquaman. So for the Legion Loot giveaway, we're going to be throwing in a lot of Aquaman goodness, including the first appearance of the blue suit in the 4-issue limited series that chronicles all kinds of stuff from the Aquaman lore to get you ready. And Aquaman issue number 5, signed by writer Chuck Brown, and the first appearance of Ocean Master, the original copy, not a reprint, Aquaman issue 29. And that's just getting it started. There'll be a lot more in there for those Legionnaires that are in the running for that. So go by, check out the membership, see if it's something for you.
Definitely check out the homie. Thanks for coming through, Mark. Appreciate you as always. Evil Mike, man, good to see you come through, my man. Appreciate you. What do you got going on with your channel?
Either or. It's either a Stephen King week or it's a D&D week, because that's what I'm doing now. This week coming up, we're talking about Peter Straub and Stephen King's book, The Talisman. It's a part 1.
I saw Beckerman over there with you, didn't I?
He's on the D&D stuff. On the Stephen King, it's just me, Steve, and sometimes Phil if he can make it, but pretty much just me and Steve at the point. And if anybody wants to hop on, they're welcome to it, but no, just me and Steve at the moment. But what do you call it? The D&D stuff, I have a full crew. It's Becker and me, Trev, a guy from Instagram. His name is Good Day Games. and Tony Commieverse.
Oh, the homie Tony. That's what's up. Well, I appreciate you coming through as always, my man. Link is in the chat for Legion, or I mean for Evil Mike. Dang it, sorry. Definitely check my man out. Izzy, what's going on with you?
What's not going on with me? So we just did a live stream yesterday, and we're going to be dropping in the replays all throughout the week. We just did the trending 10 this week, where I take all the trending lists and just consolidate them to one full list, and you get the true 10. True 10. And then you got new comic book day in the morning tomorrow, and then you got other stuff. I got Creator Spotlight. We talk about Mark Spears. That's coming up this weekend. And I have some more stuff on the horizon. I just did an interview with the head of Atlas Comics. That's right. They're back, and they're bringing some comics and more. So that should be fun. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. So a lot of stuff in the channel going on.
All right. Well, I appreciate you jumping on, my man. Thank you so much for coming through for another episode of FOC and Chill. I'm also going to shout out Tony, even though he just bailed out. I'll shout him out, link in the chat for him. And then Justin was on earlier before he got scared away. And link for him on Instagram is in the chat as well. Definitely check the homies out. Thank you to everybody that came through in the chat. Thank you to everybody that jumped on the panel. This has been another week of FOC and Chill, and we are back strong. So expect us to be back next Tuesday as well. But that's all I got this week. Until next week.